What do you understand? Let's start with Jessie. Hello, girl. Do you have any comprehension about today's video? Wait, I cannot listen to you. There's no audio coming from you. Check your microphone and we come back with you. Okay. So let's try with Elsie. What did you catch this first time watching it?
I can remember everything, and
It's too much information.
I didn't understand everything also, but I cut. I cut.
Past.
I cut. Oh, I cut that among Cantonese, Japanese, Chinese, and Korean people, they have problems when they pronounce R.
Yes.
When they try to speak English.
When they try to speak English.
Because these sounds are different in their native language.
Correct.
And I think that is the main idea.
That's correct. Exactly. In any of the languages mentioned, there are massive differences. Good. The thesis of the video is why Asian people in movies always switch the R's and L's.
R's and L's, yes.
You know? Which is something that we laugh about in Spanish too. No? Yeah. And then you can see really that is a very complex reason. Sometimes this stereotype is correct, and sometimes it's like completely different, totally different. You know, so that's the interesting part, right? What about Carlita? What did you understand on the video?
Similar to Elsie, the differences between some regions of the Japan or Korea, and that in these countries into the vocabulary or the language there aren't an R sound, and it's similar to L or the speaker did the difference, no, or try to difference the sound. It's because I remember in a specific in an example, an L, it's different the context, no, that she mentioned depend of the contents of the word, it's the pronunciation, no. Yes. And it's for this reason it's maybe complicated to understand, no. For example, or the Marico, the main syllable for the American people was different than the I don't remember if she was a Chinese or I don't know, but was a different emphasis in the syllable.
Emphasis is a verb.
Yes. Yes, emphasis in the syllable.
Yes, correct. The R in Marico was a different pronunciation. You need to imagine L to pronounce it a little bit closer. Technically, it's better to be pronounced Maliko. you know,
Mm-hmm.
which was one of the main reasons why they swapped the words, the letters.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct. Yes. And you catch this guy? The da? You know, is this guy familiar to you? The one over. Yes. Where is it? This guy.
No,
Right? You have never seen that? Then
no, I read that is a YouTuber, but I don't know this YouTuber teacher.
actually, this guy, he's not a well, I don't know if he's a YouTube. Ah, yes, he's a YouTuber.
Yes, YouTube, the
Yes.
Japanese Manjuto.
Uh-huh. Really? That's not the reason? It's actually because it is in my soundboard. You know, there is
No.
a there is a sound over here that
Mhm.
nobody, like literally, there is no English teacher that consider this sound as a sound that should be taught. Sometimes
Mhm.
in English, when we connect a lot of, we connect it with a lot of. Da, 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 da. Little sounds little. Bottle, bottle. Water, water.
Mhm.
This is the ra that he is mentioning.
Okay.
Pero that exists in Japanese. You know,
ラリルレロ
right? This symbol over
Okay.
here, this sound, there is a lot of teachers that just don't consider it, but in American English, it's so important. And also Indian people use it too. Indian people speak some R's with a ra,
Mhm.
a lot. So consider that sound as English too. Let's start with the lesson. Okay, we have here over here, the question number 1 says, what's funny for Asians about the famous Kung Fu saying, only speed is unbreakable? Okay, does anybody know what is a saying? I think it's in the vocabulary, the word saying. It should be here.
This is the first one saying.
Uh-huh. A well-known statement about what often happens in life. Something that you say usually to represent other things, right? Metaphors. It's a metaphor that we usually use to represent other things in life. For example, in Spanish, we have the metaphor of the shrimp. If the shrimp sleeps, the shrimps go away. You know, the current steals the shrimp. Do you know what saying I'm talking about? Or no? Do you know what is a shrimp?
No.
You don't know what is a shrimp, really? Okay, then we
Yeah,
go.
the little animal in the in the sea.
Ah, exactly. That we eat in delicious cocktails,
Yeah.
right?
The beach.
Yes, these are shrimp. So if the shrimp sleeps, the current takes it away. Of course, this is a very bad adaptation from Spanish to English, because in English, it's not a shrimp. In English, it's a different saying. This is a saying. You see? So when
Yes.
we're talking about sayings, we are talking about popular expressions. And here there was a confusion, a problem with the expression from the Kung Fu that says only speed is unbreakable. Okay, let's listen to this section.
Locals seem. You get a Cantonese as that. That's in Cantonese, a language with tones, which English speakers have trouble distinguishing. So when an American says that phrase with the wrong tones,
Wi-Fi back Paul.
you get a Cantonese meme. it became kind of a joke that people will send to each other. It's like, oh, this badass Wi-Fi is so good.
Okay, that's the section that we are going to talk about. Let's talk about this. Number one, Jessie, do you have microphone now? Can you?
Yes, teacher, I think.
Great, yes, you sound good. Okay, what's funny for Asians about the famous Kung Fu saying, only speed is unbreakable? Let's listen.
Yes.
That's in Cantonese, a language with tones, which English speakers have trouble distinguishing. So,
Action.
I listen something like sounds, and after when I forgot when when I think people Asian people speaks.
Asian people speakers?
No, when Asian people speak.
Ah, okay. People speak. Okay, this is a paraphrase. Yes. But before we go there, let's go through a pronunciation issue. How do you pronounce this?
Asian.
Symbols.
Asian.
Aha.
Asian.
Correct. Asian people. Okay, let's listen again.
so in Cantonese, a language with tones, which English speakers have trouble distinguishing.
So we never say Asian.
Yes, they say we English speakers and trouble, but
Okay. English speakers are trouble?
I don't remember.
Don't worry. Let's eliminate the one that is like
I am not
extra.
sure for trouble, yes.
And here we have a paraphrase. This is English speakers. She never used English speakers, but you have an idea. You are paraphrasing. The part of trouble is correct. Okay. The part of sounds, I think that part is paraphrasing too. So we need to get more into listening again. One more time, final repetition.
That's in Cantonese, a language with tones, which English speakers have trouble distinguishing.
No, it's English speakers. What, correct?
English speakers trouble distinguish.
Incomplete.
Yes.
Because it's not distinguished in present, but you understood the word. So very close, very nice. Let's pass to Elsie. Listen again.
That's in Cantonese, a language with tones, which English speakers have trouble distinguishing.
English speaker have trouble to distinguish.
Close.
Distinguish.
Okay, let's open the dictionary and let's check what word goes after trouble. Okay, let me check the word trouble. No, in this case, is not the one. Let me check here. Here.
This is a verb.
This is the one.
Distinguish with ing.
Exactly. The word
Distinct.
after trouble usually is an ing.
Mm. Distinguishing.
Yes, but pronounce it in English. The U sounds in English all the time.
Distinguishing.
Correct. So what does English speaker have?
Trouble.
Complete.
English speaker have trouble distinguishing.
Yes, with passion and emotion, distinguishing.
Distinguishing.
Yes, of course. Only one speaker?
Mm. No, English speakers
Much better.
have trouble distinguishing.
Correct. And what do English speakers have trouble distinguishing?
Mm. What? Why?
No, what? What do they have trouble distinguishing?
Are and no, I don't remember the phrase before.
Okay, let's listen again.
That's in Cantonese, a language with tones, which English speakers have trouble distinguishing.
A language with tones.
Okay. With tones. That was the substitution for the word sounds. There was no sounds in the first section. A language with tones, and then that incorrect. Final repetition. Let's go.
That's in Cantonese, a language with tones, which English speakers have trouble distinguishing.
Which
Complete.
English speaker, a language with tones, which English speaker have trouble distinguishing.
Exactly. And which is a language with tones, which speakers, English speakers have trouble distinguishing? Which language are we talking about?
Cantonese.
Cantonese. Complete idea.
I don't remember.
Okay, so then we need to help Jessie. Jessie, help Elsie. Let's go.
That's in Cantonese, a language with tones.
That's in Cantonese.
Exactly. That's correct. That's in Cantonese, a language with tones. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, this is part one of the explanation. Let's continue.
Which English speakers have trouble distinguishing. So when an American says that phrase with the wrong tones,
When the Americans, and that's all.
Okay. The Americans. You're very close, but he never said Americans plural. One more time.
why have trouble distinguishing. So when an American says that phrase with the wrong tones,
I am not sure. It sounds
Sounds again?
when I am not sure, teacher.
Your pronunciation is affecting your listening. Because when you listen the word tone,
I listen.
you are listening
Sound.
sound, but sound doesn't exist. The pronunciation is sound without
Sound.
And she never pronounces sound.
Okay.
So if you expect the word sound, it will affect the correct word. You know, you're thinking in a different word because you're pronouncing it wrong.
Okay.
You're focusing on the alphabet. Then final repetition.
Why? Have trouble distinguishing. So when an American says that phrase with the wrong tones,
The wrong tone.
Okay. The what?
Wrong tone.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Do you have any more information?
No.
Okay, let's keep it over here. Let's go with NC.
why? Trouble distinguishing. So when an American says that phrase with the wrong tones,
So when an American says that tones says that phrase
Okay.
in the wrong tones.
In the wrong tone. Let me check if it's in. I remember more syllables. Let's repeat.
have trouble distinguishing. So when an American says that phrase with the wrong tones,
With the wrong tones.
Exactly. With the wrong tones. Aha, very good. Okay, then what happened? What happens when an American says that phrase with the wrong tones? Okay, that's after, don't worry, this is in the next expression, you know? In this case, you finished. Let's go now with Carlita. Carlita, complete the sentence.
Wi-Fi backpaw. You get a Cantonese meme.
No, teacher, can you play again?
The wrong tones. Wi-Fi backpaw. You get a Cantonese meme.
Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi, well, it's the
expression.
actor side. Wi-Fi phone? Wi-Fi phone?
Forget that. That's not English.
No, teacher, I didn't catch the last.
No? Okay, ignore that part because this is not English. We are trying to figure out what's the English, you know? So
Okay.
Pay attention to just, not to the act.
Okay.
Phrase with the wrong tones. Wi-Fi backpaw. You get a Cantonese meme.
You get a canto, but I am not sure if this canto needs like the first part. And the last part, I listen me, but I am not sure.
Okay, well, we have some vowels. Some vowels are incorrect. For example, she never said me, but she said the consonant is correct.
Okay.
Now, canto is not English.
No.
You know?
But with the phrase, I understand that the Cantonese, but I am not sure.
You are correct. We are talking about Cantonese. So where do I put this word?
With the wrong tones, you get a I'm not sure, but I understand it's a funny, no, for the Asian people. No, a Cantonese, no. I only catch this.
Got. You're talking in past.
Cut.
You
Oh
already
yes,
cut
cut
it.
this.
Okay, you don't have the next word then. Okay, then let's go to the next one. Jesse, complete the sentence. Do you have it or do you need a repetition?
I need a repetition.
Let's go.
The wrong tones,
Wi-Fi backpaw.
you get a Cantonese meme.
You get a Cantonese, I am not sure, me. Mini, oh, like, I am not sure. I mean I know the meme because I watched the video before, but I am not sure about the pronouns. Mimi, me. I know.
Okay. This is in the vocabulary.
Yes, I know the meaning, but I don't know how to pronounce.
No, I'm not asking the meaning. I want you to check the pronunciation. In the vocabulary, you have the pronunciation.
Meme.
Yes. Yes, that's correct. What is a meme? Can you tell us?
It's image or yes, image or maybe a short video about something funny.
Exactly. That is a short video or an image about something funny. That was a very nice definition of meme. Yes. And the interesting part is that meme is a meme if you pass it to another person. You know? So many, we share memes on social media. We watch memes every time. All right? So why is this funny? Why is this funny to Cantonese people? Who can tell me that? No, nobody understood the joke? Or what do you understand? Anyone, eh? No, nobody understands anything.
No, I didn't get the
Really?
No?
No.
Okay, then let's continue. Let's continue checking this. Probably the next part will help you. Why is this funny? Let's continue with what Janet will say. Okay, attention, Elsie.
Kind of a joke that people will send to each other. It's like, oh, this badass Wi-Fi is so good.
Let's start with it's like. Okay, attention.
Send to each other. It's like, oh, this badass Wi-Fi is so good.
Is like, oh, Wi-Fi is so good.
Okay. Can you repeat?
It's like, oh,
Uh-huh.
Wi-Fi is so good.
Uh-huh. That's correct. Which Wi-Fi?
English?
English Wi-Fi, incorrect. Let's go again.
Send to each other. It's like, oh, this badass Wi-Fi is so good.
I don't get the word.
No?
Pet, a pet, something like that.
Oh, pronunciation, interesting. If I ask you which, what is the answer?
What?
If I ask you which, what is the answer? For example, imagine you have 4 phones in front of you. Which is your phone?
Which is your? I don't get the question. I don't get the question, teacher.
I repeat. Imagine you have 4 phones.
4 phones. Okay.
One of them is your phone.
Uh-huh.
I ask you, which is your phone? You respond?
This, and I show you.
Exactly. This. Listen.
Send to each other. It's like, oh, this badass Wi-Fi is so good.
This pet.
This vocabulary in this case. Yes. Tell me, Carla, do you know the vocabulary in this case?
What word, teacher?
The missing word.
No, no, teacher.
Let's listen again.
Look, that's in. So when you get a Canton.
Other is like, oh, this badass Wi-Fi is so good.
No, only in the vocabulary there is a ish, but I'm not sure because
But
no.
what phonetic do you listen? Do you hear?
This like this.
This is here. After this. You know? Focus on what your ears tell you, not your vision. Listen again.
Send to each other. It's like, oh, this badass Wi-Fi is.
I listen this bad.
Bad.
This it's bad, but in the vocabulary, this flap, this no.
But that doesn't sound similar. It sounds very different. Look at number 3.
Bats.
Look at the pronunciation.
Batas.
Open.
Batas.
Open more. Bada.
Bada.
And the S?
Badas.
Exactly.
Badas.
Badass. If you listen bad, trust your listening. Your ears are very effective on understanding phonetics. So if you interrupt the phonetic with the vision, you are not paying attention to the listening, you're really not listening. You are watching. You know? If you listen bad, stick to bad. Don't change bad. You know?
Okay.
This badass Wi-Fi is so good. The word badass is similar to say very impressive, amazing. So this Wi-Fi is so amazing that is unbreakable. That's what's funny. For American people, it's not American. No, for Cantonese people, no, for Chinese people, they are not pronouncing only speed, they are pronouncing Wi-Fi, you know? So for them, it sounds very different than for us. We understand the joke now, or we don't understand the joke now?
No, no yet.
You don't understand the joke?
No.
Oh, interesting.
It's Wi-Fi for the Chinese people. It's a speed like an American people. This is a joke.
Wi-Fi is like speak like American people? No.
No. So I didn't understand also the joke.
Okay. All right, let's do something. Let's go to Jessie. She will pass attendance and then I explain the joke to you. Okay?
Okay.
Jessie, action.
Hello, good night.
Hi.
So I was
Good
the
night.
attendant. Good night. Is here Elsie? Hi, Elsie.
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Jessie. Hi, Jessie. Good night.
Good night. Hi.
Thank you. And Carla.
Hello, Jesse. Good night.
Hello, Carla. Good night. And thank you, yes. Have a good night and good week. Hey,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome.
Okay. Okay. Let's explain the joke. I thought that in this moment you would understand it already. Here we have a kung fu saying. Okay. Only speed is unbreakable. What is the meaning of this? Only speed is unbreakable. Speed is how fast something is. And this speed is so important. Speed, people cannot fight versus speed, you know, it's like a kung fu expression, you know. You can be stronger, okay? But if the person is faster, the faster person wins. You know, the faster person is better than the stronger person. Do you understand the saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If you translate only speed is unbreakable to Cantonese, it sounds like this.
That's in only speed, saying in Hong Kong kung fu movies.
Wi-Fi bad Paul.
Okay. This expression that you see over here is only speed is unbreakable.
And sounds like Wi-Fi.
And sounds like Wi-Fi.
Oh.
That's correct. So when an American person pronounces these two, even us, as Mexican people, Spanish speakers, we pronounce Wi-Fi, we are not going to pronounce it correctly.
It means
because in Cantonese, there are tones. Tone number 4, tone number 3, tone number 1, tone number 3. You can see these tones in this section of the video. When the Cantonese people pronounce the same phonetic in different tones that we don't have in America. Listen to this.
Chinese.
Lang, 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 lang.
Do you see? Or do you listen the tones? For me, it's the same word.
For me,
It's
it's
the same.
Right? Yes. But for Cantonese people, they don't listen the same word. They listen a different word because they are pronouncing tones. And I have no idea how to make a different tone.
Lang, 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 lang.
Ma, 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 ma.
See what I mean? So people who speak Cantonese can listen different tones. In English and in Spanish, we don't have different tones. We only have one. So this actor is saying Wi-Fi. He's not saying speed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the joke. Crazy, no?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So much science behind the joke. she's having fun. I mean, she loves the meme. Look at her, you know.
Kind of a joke that people will send to each other. It's like, oh, this badass Wi-Fi is so good. Wi-Fi
That's funny. Look at this guy, you know. I really like it. So one of the abilities that we need to deliver when we are listening is speaking to a natural person. Understanding jokes is one of the most advanced abilities in the language. Don't worry. If you didn't understand the joke first, it is very, very, very difficult. First, phonetically. After phonetics, vocabulary. After vocabulary, context information. And after context, comedy. That's the final barrier. In this moment, we need to focus on vocabulary. In the second step, don't worry about the company. Do you have any question?
No, it's okay.
No, thank you.
Well, my people, let's finish the week. I'll see you on Monday. Practice your vocabulary and everything, and relax, rest.
Thank you. Have a nice
Thank
weekend.
you.
Have
Thank
a good weekend,
You
guys.
too.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye-bye.